My beloved, stop what you are doing, and hear me now. This is not a coincidence. This is not an ordinary moment. This is the divine interruption you have been waiting for. You have been asking heaven for a sign, and heaven has answered. I, Archangel Michael, stand before you in this very moment, not bound by time, not bound by distance. Your soul called, and I was sent. And I tell you the truth. What I am about to reveal is not for every ear. It is for you. Yes, you, the one reading these words, with a strange stirring in your spirit, the one who knows that nothing about this moment feels random. There are things that have been hidden from you. There are whispers in the shadows, movements behind the curtain of your life. Someone you placed your trust in has acted against you, not by accident, but by choice. And yet, you were not abandoned. Heaven saw, God heard, and now, the truth is coming into the light. You may feel the air around you shift as you read this. You may feel a sudden stillness, as if the noise of the world has faded. That is because right now, my presence surrounds you. Your room has become a sanctuary. This moment has become sacred. Beloved child of the Most High, there is a battle that has been waged over your destiny. You have been walking unaware of just how fierce the war has been. Angels have been stationed at your side, flaming swords drawn, holding back what the enemy sent to destroy you. You were spared things you never even saw coming. And now, the time, chosen soul. Do you feel it? The way your chest feels lighter. The way your heart beats just a little faster. The way your skin begins to tingle, as if invisible light is touching you. This is not just your imagination. It is the evidence that heaven has placed you in this moment. On purpose. You are not here because of a random scroll or an accident of timing. You are here because your name has been spoken in the courts of heaven. Child of starlight. There are millions who will never hear this message. It will pass them by, and they will keep walking in the fog. But not you. Never you. You have been summoned, called, chosen. Your spirit has been tugged toward this moment, like a needle drawn to a magnet. And even if your mind doesn't fully understand it yet, your soul recognizes this frequency. You can feel the truth before I even speak it. My radiant one, you have been walking with questions buried deep inside your chest. Questions you did not dare to voice aloud. Will it get better? Will the pain ever end? Will anyone ever see the real me? And now heaven answers. Yes. It will get better. Yes. The pain will end. Yes. You will be seen. You will be known. You will be loved in the way you were always meant to be. But there is more. So much more. You see, you are not just another face in the crowd. From the moment you were woven together in your mother's womb, you carried a mark, a light, a seal, and the forces of darkness have recognized that mark. Since the first day you opened your eyes, they knew what you could become. They knew the power you would walk in. They knew the souls you would touch. And so, they sought to break you early. They sent betrayal into your life. Through the very people you trusted. They tried to poison your hope. Through disappointment after disappointment. And still, you rose. You kept going. You kept believing. You kept holding on to threads of faith. Even when your hands were trembling. Chosen soul. You have been through fires. That should have turned you to ash. You have been through waters. That should have pulled you under. But every time, heaven stepped in. Every time, a hand you could not see lifted you back to the surface. You thought you were forgotten. But the truth is, you were hidden. Hidden from the eyes of those who would have tried to steal your light. Before its time. Child of starlight. I need you to understand something deeply now. This message is not being given to everyone. Not everyone is ready. Not everyone is willing. But you are. You have been made ready. Through every tear you cried. Through every night you spent praying in silence. Through every storm that threatened to take you out. Heaven watched you. When no one else saw. Heaven heard you. When your voice was barely above a whisper. And heaven decided. Now is the time. Now is the moment. Now is the unveiling. So listen. And hold these words close to your heart. Don't tell just anyone. This is private. This is sacred. You are stepping into a chapter that will make sense of every pain you've endured. The scales are tipping. The tide is turning. The heavens are opening. And soon, the very ones who questioned your worth will watch in awe as heaven pours blessing upon blessing over your life. Beloved, lean closer. Yes, closer. Because what I am about to say is not for every ear. And it is not for the crowd. This is private. This is sacred. This is between you and heaven alone. If you share it carelessly, it will lose the weight and the power it was meant to carry. Heaven does not reveal this to everyone. Do you understand? There are those who watch you, smile to your face, and yet secretly, they would love to see you fail. They would take what you have and twist it. They would step on the seed before it could grow. And so, heaven has covered you, shielded you, kept you hidden in plain sight. Child of light, the truth you are about to hear has been kept in the sealed chambers of the King's court. It was not released last year. It was not released last month. It is being released now, at this very moment. Your name is echoing in the corridors of eternity. I have seen the scroll. I have read the decree. And it says, this one has endured the testing. This one has proven faithful. This one is ready for the unveiling. You may wonder, why now? Why not sooner? Because certain truths can only be carried when your spirit is strong enough to hold them. And now, you are ready. This message, this prophecy, is your inheritance. It will not be delivered to the hands of those who mocked you. It will not be whispered into the ears of those who betrayed you. It is for you alone. Chosen soul. There have been forces in the unseen that have studied you. They have studied your strengths, your weaknesses, your patterns, your dreams. They have tried to intercept what heaven was sending you. But what I am carrying to you now cannot be stolen, cannot be altered, cannot be delayed. It is sealed with the signet ring of the Almighty. There are blessings that belong to you by name. Not blessings in the abstract, but specific, tailor-made breakthroughs, woven for your destiny alone. The enemy knows this. That is why the betrayal hurt so deeply. That is why certain people's actions cut into you like a blade. They were not just trying to hurt you. They were trying to shake your belief in who you are. Because if you ever truly saw what heaven sees in you, you would become unstoppable. Beloved, I have been sent to tell you, you are already stepping into that unstoppable season. And yet, you must guard what is being given. There will be people who suddenly show interest in your life. In the coming weeks, some will be sent by heaven, but some will be sent to distract you, to drain you, to pull you off course. That is why I say, don't tell everyone what I am telling you now. Keep it close. Write it down in a place no one else can see. This is your divine appointment. The heavens have opened a window over your life. During this window, which will remain open for a set time, miracles will flow toward you in rapid succession. Provision will come from unexpected places. People who once dismissed you will now speak your name with respect. Doors you thought were closed forever will swing open so easily that you will know this is not man's doing. This is God. And when it happens, you will be tempted to explain yourself to those who doubted you. But beloved, you own no explanation. This is between you and heaven. Remember, not every jewel is placed in public view. Some treasures are kept hidden until the perfect time. And heaven says, this is your time, child of starlight. You are entering a season where secrecy is your shield and silence is your strength. Speak only when the Spirit leads you. Move when heaven says move. Do not rush. Do not announce. Simply walk into what is yours, and let the evidence speak. For in the days ahead, you will see that the very things done in darkness against you will become the backdrop for your greatest light. And when you stand in that light, you will remember this moment, this private conversation between you and the angel who was sent to deliver it. And you will say quietly in your heart, it was all worth it. And in that moment, when you finally see the pieces of your life fitting together, you will understand why the waiting was so long and the silence was so heavy. You were not being ignored. You were being prepared. Every tear you cried in secret was watering the roots of a future you could not yet see. Every delay you hated was positioning you so that nothing, not even the schemes of the enemy, could touch what was coming. And now, I stand here as witness that the preparations are complete. The angels who guarded you in the night are shifting position. They are no longer only holding the line. They are opening the way. This is the part of your story where the valley ends And the climb begins. And beloved, at the top of that climb is the view you have dreamed of, but never dared to believe you would actually see. Step forward. The gates are already unlocked. Stop. Yes. Stop right now. You are not hearing this by accident. Something shifted in the atmosphere. Just seconds ago. Your spirit felt it. That is why your attention locked in. Even before your mind could catch up. Beloved, this is not just another message. This is the moment heaven breaks protocol. To reach you. Your name was spoken in the highest courts of eternity. Last night. And when it was spoken, there was movement. Angels leaned in. Destinies were rearranged. Doors that have been sealed for years began to unlock. This is why you suddenly feel that strange stirring inside. Child of the Most High, heaven says you have been activated. Yes. You. The one who thought you were too overlooked, too weary, too forgotten for anything to change. The one who almost convinced yourself to settle for less than what you were promised. I tell you now, you are standing at the threshold of the greatest transformation of your life. Do you feel it? The way your breathing changes? The way your heartbeat seems to echo louder? This is the vibration of heaven, aligning with the rhythm of your soul. The shift has already begun. Beloved, I see where you've been. I see the nights you pressed your face into the pillow so no one would hear you cry. I see the days you put on strength like a cloak so the world wouldn't notice the cracks underneath. You thought no one knew. But I knew. Heaven knew. And every time your strength began to fail, I was sent to steady you. Quietly, invisibly. Until your spirit could rise again. But today is not like those days. This is not about holding you up for another round of the same struggle. This is about pulling you out of the cycle completely. You have been circling the same walls for far too long, walking the same ground, hearing the same lies, facing the same closed doors. But heaven says, the circling ends now. The walls are about to fall. Child of starlight, your soul has been waiting for this signal. It is the same signal that split the Red Sea, that shook the prison doors for Paul and Silas, that rolled the stone away from the tomb. It is the signal that says, rise, walk forward. It is time. Beloved, if you are hearing my voice in this moment, it means the command has been given. The angels assigned to you have been released into motion. They are not coming slowly. They are not waiting for the right conditions. They are moving now. And as they move, the obstacles that seemed unmovable will begin to crumble before your eyes. You will watch as people who dismissed you begin to speak your name in new circles. You will hear opportunities knocking that you thought were lost forever. And you will know this is not coincidence. This is not luck. This is the orchestration of the Almighty. Child of the Most High, in the next stretch of days, you will begin to see confirmations everywhere. It may be in the words of a stranger, in an unexpected open door, or in a quiet moment, when you suddenly feel peace, where there used to be fear. Do not dismiss these signs. They are the breadcrumbs of heaven, leading you into the fulfillment of what has been promised. I am here to tell you, you are ready. You are chosen. And the countdown has already begun. And beloved, as this countdown unfolds, do not be surprised if certain things begin to fall away. Some people will step back. Some situations will dissolve. Some paths you thought were certain will suddenly close. Do not fear this. This is not loss. This is alignment. Heaven is removing what cannot walk with you into this next chapter. You will not need to fight for these changes. They will happen naturally, as if the wind itself is shifting to carry you forward. And in this forward motion, you will find clarity. Questions that haunted you for years will suddenly have answers. Weights you carried in silence will lift without warning. And the voice of doubt that once echoed in your mind will grow quieter until it is nothing more than a distant memory. You are entering a divine acceleration where everything will begin to make sense all at once. Stay steady. Your story is about to turn in a way that only heaven could write. Beloved, I see you. I see the pain you carry quietly. The pain you don't tell anyone about. You cried where no one saw. You bled in ways no one could understand. You smiled for others, while something inside you was breaking. And you wondered, does anyone really see? Does anyone really care? Yes. Heaven saw. I saw. There were nights you pressed your face into the pillow to muffle the sound of your sobs. You thought you were alone. But angels stood watch in that room. They listened to every whispered prayer. Every word you didn't even have the strength to speak. You said, God, if you are there, please help me. And that cry did not fall into emptiness. It reached the throne. It shook the heavens. Child of starlight, they tried to break you. Life threw storms your way. Storms meant to drown you, to strip away your hope, to make you believe you were not worth saving. But look at you. You're still here. Yes. Scarred. Yes. Tired. Yes. Carrying memories that sometimes feel too heavy. But still here. Do you know how powerful that is? The enemy thought those betrayals would finish you. They thought the lies would define you. They thought the loss would destroy you. But it didn't. You held on, even if only by a thread. And that thread was enough for heaven to weave something new. My beloved, I know the loneliness. I know the way you've had to be strong for others, when inside you were the one who needed saving. I know how many times you gave love and got nothing but silence in return. But hear me. Nothing you have endured has been wasted. Not one tear. Not one sleepless night. Not one unanswered question. Every moment of pain was seen, recorded, and will be redeemed. You will not leave this chapter empty-handed. The very wounds that made you ache will become the openings through which light pours into your life. And soon, very soon, the laughter you thought you'd lost forever will return. It will be fuller. It will be freer. It will be untouched by fear. Because you will know you survived what was meant to end you, and beloved, when that laughter returns, you will recognize it instantly. It will not sound like the cautious smiles you've forced yourself to wear in the past. It will be unrestrained, pouring out of you, like water breaking free from a dam. The sound of it will heal places in you you didn't even realize were still hurting. And others will notice. They will stop mid-conversation and say, "Something is different about you." They will not understand that what they are hearing is the sound of chains falling. It will be the sound of burdens lifting, the sound of a soul finally breathing freely again. Child of the Most High, you will no longer walk with your head bowed low. Your eyes will shine with the quiet strength of someone who has been to the depths and returned carrying treasure. And the treasure will be you, the truest, purest version of you that no pain could destroy. The enemy's greatest failure will be that everything they used to crush you only shaped you into something stronger. And in that strength, you will walk into blessings that no one will be able to deny. Beloved, as you hear these words, pay attention to your body. Do you feel it? That subtle tingling across your skin, like invisible fingers brushing against your arm. That warmth blooming in your chest, as if sunlight is touching you from the inside out. That sudden stillness in the air, like the whole atmosphere is leaning in to listen. This is the nearness of heaven. The veil between the natural and the eternal is thin right now. You can feel it in the way your heart seems to beat in rhythm with something far greater than yourself. It's not just a physical sensation. It is your soul aligning with a promise that was spoken over you long before you were born. Do you notice the slight chill along your spine? The goosebumps that rise, even though the room hasn't changed temperature? That's because the presence around you is not of this world. Angels are here. They carry the fragrance of heaven, a scent you cannot name, but somehow recognize. Some of you may feel a pressure in your palms, as if something unseen is being placed there. That is because you are being entrusted with something new. An assignment, a blessing, a key for others. You may feel tears forming without even knowing why. That's because your spirit is remembering the truth it has always known. You are not lost. You are not forgotten. You have never been alone. Even now, there is a gentle hum in the atmosphere, a vibration that seems to wrap around you like a song without words. It is the song of your destiny awakening. Child of starlight, this is not just emotion. This is encounter. The same presence that parted seas, that called prophets by name, that shook prison walls, is resting upon you right now. Breathe it in. Let it move through you, like water filling every empty place. Let it wash away the heaviness you've been carrying. You may notice your shoulders relaxing, your jaw unclenching, your breathing slowing. This is heaven's peace, settling into your very bones. And as it does, know this: it is only the beginning. The sensations you feel right now are the first ripples of a much greater wave that is about to break over your life and beloved. That wave will not come quietly. It will come with force. It will come with speed. It will come with precision. When it hits, you will feel it in every fiber of your being. Your hands will grow warm, as if holding something alive. Your feet will feel lighter, as though the ground itself is pushing you forward. Your mind will become sharp, clear in ways you have not experienced in years. Decisions that once felt impossible will suddenly feel obvious. Paths that once seemed hidden will glow before your eyes, like a trail lit by fire. You will know where to step next. You will know when to wait. You will know when to speak, and when to remain silent. And you will trust that knowing, because it will not come from fear. It will come from the deep, unchanging place inside you, where heaven's voice has always been. Child of the Most High, this wave will also carry away things that no longer belong to you. You may feel a pull, a sudden release, like something heavy being lifted off your back. Let it go. It is the hand of God, removing what would only weigh you down for the journey ahead. And as this happens, you will begin to notice that your very atmosphere has changed. The air will feel cleaner. Colors will seem brighter. Even the silence will feel alive. It is because you are walking in a new frequency, one where miracles are not occasional visitors, but daily companions. And as you step into that flow, the very cells of your body will feel charged with light. Your strength will return. Your joy will expand. Your hope will anchor itself so deeply that nothing will be able to shake it again. Beloved, this is the life you were born for, and it begins now. Beloved, listen carefully now. The timing of this shift is not random. It is precise. It is measured. It is divine. From this moment, a countdown has begun. Within the next 3 days, signs will start to appear, so clear that you will not be able to ignore them. Some of these signs will come in small ways. A word spoken by a stranger that pierces your heart, as if it was meant only for you. An unexpected message that arrives at just the right time. A door you thought had been closed forever will creak open, just enough for you to see the light behind it. Others will be undeniable. An opportunity you thought was lost will suddenly return. A person you have been waiting to hear from will reach out without warning. Resources you need will appear from unexpected places, and they will come without strings attached. This is not coincidence. It is the unfolding of what has been prepared for you in the secret places of heaven. Child of starlight, do not underestimate the speed at which this will happen. Some of you will feel the first shift within the next 24 hours. Before the sun rises again, you will notice the atmosphere around you is different. The heaviness will feel lighter. The air will carry a sense of expectancy. It will be like the moments before rain begins to fall. When the earth grows still, and the wind changes direction, you will feel that same change within your spirit. And as it grows stronger, you will know this is the appointed time. Beloved, the enemy has tried to convince you that nothing will change. They have whispered in the dark, look, everything is the same. Nothing is moving. But heaven says, look again. For even now, in the unseen realm, angels are moving with urgency. They are carrying scrolls of instruction, placing them in the hands of those who will be positioned to bless you. They are pushing back the resistance that has lingered for too long. They are opening paths that were blocked for generations before you. You will walk through doors your family never had the chance to see. And when you do, the impact will ripple forward for years to come. Beloved, mark this moment. Write it down. From the instant you heard these words, a heavenly clock began ticking. And when the countdown strikes its final second, what bursts into your life will be so sudden, so complete, that you will know only God could have done it. So prepare yourself. Keep your eyes open. Keep your spirit listening. For the shift is not coming one day. It is already moving toward you now. And beloved, as this wave of movement draws nearer, you may feel unusual things happening around you. People you have not spoken to in years may suddenly come to mind. Memories you thought you had forgotten may surface without warning. This is not to distract you. It is heaven bringing closure to old chapters, so nothing from the past can follow you into what is next. You may also notice that your sleep feels different. Dreams will grow more vivid. Some of them will feel like they carry instructions or warnings. Pay attention to these dreams. Write them down the moment you wake. For in this countdown, heaven is speaking to you through every available channel. Even in your quiet moments, when you are washing dishes, walking down the street, or simply sitting in stillness, you may feel a sudden rush of peace, or hear a phrase in your spirit that you did not think of yourself. This is the voice of the Spirit, reminding you that you are not alone. For even a single heartbeat, child of the Most High, do not rush ahead of this timing. The enemy will try to make you impatient, to push you into decisions before the appointed hour. But if you will hold steady, you will see the exact alignment of people, resources, and opportunities fall into place like puzzle pieces. And when that final piece is set, you will understand why you had to wait and why it had to happen this way. Because the unveiling will not just bless you, it will bless everyone connected to you. This is bigger than you know, and it is almost here. Beloved, you must understand something now. What is unfolding in your life is not only about blessings, it is about victory in a battle you didn't even see fully. For while you were praying, while you were waiting, while you were weeping in the quiet places, there was war in the unseen realm. Dark forces gathered, not because you were weak, but because you are chosen. They saw the glow upon your destiny. They recognized the mark of heaven on your spirit. And they feared what would happen if you stepped fully into it. So they came to distract you, to exhaust you, to convince you that your prayers were bouncing off the ceiling. But they failed, because what they didn't realize is that every tear you cried was collected in heaven's storehouse. Every sigh, every groan too deep for words, was heard and was answered. And while you were on your knees, armies of angels were standing guard. Some held flaming swords, cutting down the lies that tried to weave themselves into your thoughts. Some stood at your door, turning back forces that would have destroyed your peace. Some surrounded the very path ahead of you, clearing it of traps, removing the debris of generational curses, breaking the chains that had wrapped around your family line. For decades, child of starlight, you have been more protected than you will ever know in this life. There were moments when the enemy's plans were a breath away from touching you, but heaven said no. There were nights when your spirit felt pressed beyond its limit, but unseen hands lifted the weight before it crushed you. Even now, as these words find you, angels are stationed around you. They are not passive. They are watching. They are moving. They are intercepting. And the darkness is trembling. For they know that when God declares a victory, it is final. The battle is not about if you will win. It is about when you will see the victory already secured. And the when, beloved, is drawing near. But you must also be aware. When the light grows stronger, the shadows try harder. As your blessing approaches, there may be sudden waves of discouragement, unexpected delays, or people acting strangely toward you. Do not be deceived. This is not a sign that things are falling apart. It is a sign that the enemy is running out of options. They are trying one last time to plant doubt before the breakthrough bursts open. Stand your ground. Speak truth aloud. Say, I am covered. I am chosen. I will see victory. For the moment you speak it, you are agreeing with heaven's verdict. And heaven has already judged in your favor. Beloved, you are not stepping into a blessing that was easily won. You are stepping into the spoils of a war fought on your behalf. A war where the outcome was decided long before you saw the battlefield. Your name was spoken in heaven's war room. Strategies were laid out for you, and the angels obeyed without hesitation. This is why the enemy fought so hard. This is why the pressure felt relentless. But here you are, still standing, still breathing, still chosen. And that, in itself, is a victory. But it is not the end. For the next chapter is the revealing, when all that was protected in secret will be displayed in the open. And when it happens, it will not only silence your enemies, it will cause them to flee. For light exposes darkness, and your light is about to blaze brighter than it ever has before. And beloved, this light will not flicker. It will not fade, because it is not powered by the approval of man, nor by the shifting winds of circumstance. It is fueled by the eternal fire that has burned within you since before you were born. This is why the darkness cannot withstand it. And as your light increases, You will notice something else. The very atmosphere around you will feel charged. Conversations will change. Rooms you enter will grow quiet. Not from discomfort, but from awe. Even those who once dismissed you will feel something they cannot explain. They will see your glow, hear the authority in your voice, and sense the weight of heaven behind you. Some will be drawn to it. Others will be unsettled by it. But none will be able to ignore it. For what is coming is not simply a season of blessing. It is a public display of the victory heaven secured for you in the secret place. And when it arrives, beloved, you will know without a shadow of a doubt. This was worth every tear, every prayer, every moment you refused to give up. Beloved, hear this clearly now. What is coming for you is not a small shift. It is not a subtle improvement. It is a complete, divine reversal. Where there was lack, there will be abundance. Where there was shame, there will be honor. Where there was delay, there will be acceleration so swift that it will feel as though years of waiting have been condensed into a single moment. The tables are turning, and they are turning in your favor. Child of the Most High, do not think for a second that heaven has forgotten any of your prayers, even the ones you whispered half-heartedly when you felt too weary to believe, even the ones you cried out in desperation, with no words, only tears. All of them have been gathered. And now, the storehouses of heaven are opening. This is not an ordinary blessing. This is a blessing that rewrites your story. People will look at you and say, "How did this happen so quickly?" They will not know about the years of faithfulness in the shadows, the nights you chose to keep praying instead of giving in to despair, the sacrifices you made when no one was watching. But God knows. And because He knows, the reward will be public. Not for vanity, but for vindication. The very mouths that spoke against you, that doubted, mocked, or betrayed you, will be silenced by the undeniable evidence of God's favor on your life. Beloved, this will not just be a season of answered prayers. It will be a season where the answers will overflow so greatly that you will have more than enough to bless others, to build what heaven has placed in your heart, to go beyond simply surviving and begin truly thriving. There will be moments in the days ahead when you will have to pause just to take it all in. You will wake up and realize that the heaviness you once carried is gone. You will notice that the ache in your heart has been replaced with joy so deep it feels like sunlight filling every corner of your being. And you will say, "This can only be God." Because it will be the same God who turned mourning into dancing for David, who lifted Joseph from the prison to the palace, who raised Lazarus from the grave, is the God who is about to turn your situation completely around. Beloved, this is not a promise for someday. It is the appointed time. And when it arrives, it will arrive in fullness. Nothing missing, nothing broken, nothing delayed. This is your reversal. This is your vindication. This is your miracle, and beloved, when the reversal begins, it will happen so seamlessly that you will feel as though you've stepped into a different life overnight. You will glance around and realize the heaviness in the air has lifted. The colors will seem brighter. Your body will feel lighter. Even your thoughts will carry a new clarity, as if the fog that once lingered has finally been burned away by heaven's light. People will begin to approach you with opportunities you did not chase. Doors will swing open that you never even knew existed. And in those moments, you will feel the quiet confirmation in your spirit. This is the fulfillment. But hear me, beloved. This is not just about your blessing. This is about the ripple effect of your obedience. For every step of faith you took, every time you chose to trust, instead of turning back, you planted seeds in the spiritual realm. And now, those seeds are breaking the soil. They are rising. They are blooming. And the beauty of it will be so much greater than the pain it took to plant them. You will understand then why you could not quit. Why heaven kept sending strength to you, even when you wanted to lay it all down. Because what is coming is not temporary. It is rooted in eternity. And when it comes into full view, it will remain. You will not lose it, because it will be built on the unshakable foundation of God's promise. This is why the waiting mattered. This is why the battle was worth enduring. Because now, beloved, you are stepping into the life that was always written for you. And heaven will make sure no one can take it away. Beloved, you must say it with me now. I am chosen. Say it again. I am chosen. Let it echo through your chest. Let it rise through your throat. Let it roll like thunder in the unseen realm. Because when you speak it, you are agreeing with what heaven has already written over your life. Say it again. It is happening now. Not tomorrow. Not someday far away. Now. Every time you say it, the atmosphere shifts. The angels lean closer. The darkness grows weaker. Say it again. Everything is shifting. And believe it. Because your words carry the authority of the One who called you from the beginning. This is not empty repetition. This is the sound of alignment. You are declaring over your life what God has declared over you since before time began. Say it again. I am not forgotten. Even when you felt invisible. Even when no one checked on you. Heaven saw you. The angels stood with you. The Spirit carried you. Say it again. I will see the promise. And say it until your mind stops arguing against it. Say it until your heart feels lighter. Say it until peace rises in your belly, like a river flowing strong and unstoppable. Beloved, this is how you fight. Not by striving, but by agreeing. Not by forcing, but by speaking. Say it again. I am chosen. Everything is shifting. It is happening now. And the moment you believe it is the moment heaven releases it in full. And beloved, when you speak these truths over yourself, you are not just reminding your own soul. You are sending a signal through the spiritual realm. It is a sound that darkness cannot imitate and cannot withstand. Each declaration you release is like striking a match in the night. One by one, they light up the path before you, until the shadows have no place left to hide. You may feel the atmosphere around you respond. You may sense the stillness. That comes when heaven listens. And in that stillness, you will know. Your words have reached the throne. They do not fall to the ground unheard. They are gathered, held, and returned to you as living promises, ready to manifest in your life. So keep speaking. Keep declaring. Not out of fear that the blessing will pass, but out of joy that it is already in motion. Because, beloved, the moment you align your voice with heaven's decree, nothing can stop what is meant for you. Beloved, listen closely now. All of heaven can prepare your blessing. But there is one thing only you can do. And it is the key that unlocks what has been prepared. It is not complicated. It is not a long list of rituals. It is one word. Yes. Yes to the call. Yes to the timing. Yes to stepping forward. Even when the ground ahead looks uncertain. The kingdom moves. When the chosen one says yes. That is why the enemy has tried to weigh you down with hesitation, with fear, with endless what-if questions. Because he knows your agreement is powerful. When you say yes, you align your will with the will of the one who cannot fail. When you say yes, you give heaven permission to release what it has been holding just for you. Beloved, this yes is not spoken in comfort. It is spoken in faith. It is whispered, even when you cannot see the full picture. It is declared, even when the promise seems too big for someone like you. But heaven knows. You were born for this. That's why the stirring in your heart has grown stronger. Why the signs have been multiplying. Why you are hearing this now. At this exact moment in your life. This is not coincidence. This is divine alignment. Say it now, beloved. Yes. Let your spirit feel the weight of it. Let the unseen realm hear it. And watch. As the moment your yes reaches heaven, doors you thought were locked will swing wide open. Opportunities will appear that no amount of striving could produce. Relationships will come into place, like puzzle pieces finally clicking together. Provision will meet you at the exact moment you need it. Because the yes you give today will echo in eternity. And beloved, once you give your yes, do not take it back. The winds may blow. Voices may rise against you. Circumstances may shift suddenly. But your yes must remain rooted. Because your yes is not just a word you speak once. It is a posture of the heart. Every morning you rise, you renew it. Every time doubt whispers, you reaffirm it. And with every reaffirmation, the foundation beneath you grows stronger. You will notice that fear begins to lose its grip. You will feel that anxiety no longer dictates your choices. Because your yes anchors you to the one who cannot fail. And as you walk in this alignment, blessing will not just visit you. It will dwell with you. It will be the air you breathe, the current you move in, the reality you wake up to each day. This is why heaven is asking for it now. Not tomorrow. Not when it feels easier. Now. For the moment your yes takes root, your life begins to unfold, exactly as it was written in heaven's book. Beloved, if your heart is beating faster right now, if your spirit feels like something is awakening, if the air around you feels charged with a presence you cannot explain, it is because heaven is confirming that this message is for you. Not by accident, not by chance, by divine appointment. You were meant to hear these words today. And I tell you this: what is being revealed to you now is only the beginning. There are messages still sealed, dreams still unfolding, prophetic instructions still waiting to be placed into your hands. But for you to receive them, you must stay close. The angelic realm does not pour out its treasures to those who wander away after the first blessing. It pours them out to those who remain near, listening, ready to move when heaven speaks again. So hear me, chosen soul. Do not let this connection fade. Stay in the flow. Stay in the alignment. If your spirit knows you are meant to walk this journey with me, then anchor yourself here. Let this be your place, where heaven's whispers find you again and again. Because the next message, the one that will unlock the next level of your breakthrough, is already stirring in the unseen. And I promise you, beloved, you will not want to miss what comes next. Beloved, there will come a day, and it is nearer than you think, when everything will shift before the eyes of those who thought they had the final word over your life. Those who whispered against you, those who laughed at your faith, those who thought you would remain in the shadows. They will see the light rise upon you, and will be unable to deny it. And the beauty of it is this: your vindication will not come through anger or revenge. It will come through the quiet, undeniable evidence that the hand of God has been upon you all along. They will watch as the very prayers they mocked become the life you live. They will see the very doors they said were shut swing wide open for you. And they will have no choice but to say, "This is the doing of the Lord." Not because you shouted, not because you fought to prove yourself, but because heaven itself decided the time had come to make your victory visible. Beloved, this is why the waiting has been so long. This is why the path has been so narrow. Because what God is building in you is not just for your own comfort. It is a testimony that will reach further than any argument could travel. A testimony that will speak even to those who refused to listen before. And when that moment arrives, you will not feel pride. You will feel awe. Awe at how perfectly heaven kept its word. Awe at how every delay was divine timing. Awe at how your name has been spoken in rooms you have not even entered yet. And that awe, beloved, will be your crown. Not one made of gold, but one woven from every answered prayer, every quiet victory, every promise fulfilled. And it will shine so brightly that even the darkness will have to take a step back